Seeing you punch. Half your knockouts, your eyes is closed.
I don't give a if you think he's 55 years old. That guy will hurt you.
Well, this is a lose-lose for Jake Paul.
What weight are they going to go? Mike Tyson's never fought anything but heavyweight. Jake Paul's never fought anything but 185 pounds.
I don't think the fight happening.
You heard it right, motherfucker. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
So, will Mike Tyson show us that reserved strength, or will this end in the sad defeat of a boxing legend? First, you have to understand the storyline behind the match. Mike Tyson has always seen Jake Paul as a guy he admires, even once claimed that he clearly had no intentions of fighting him. I think the sole motive behind this fight is simply the paycheck, and seeing that the fight will be aired on Netflix is an extremely profitable move, and who to pull such a stunt than a Paul brother. As expected, such a big public stunt would raise critics, especially when the contestants have a huge age gap of 30 years between them, raising concerns from huge names like Usman Kamaru, a former UFC welterweight champion. He quoted, "Someone has to guide Jake Paul's career. At what cost will it take? How do you expect me as a professional fighter to respect you after this? Uncle Mike wants to do it. He for sure will do it. We all know he can still punch and can definitely still box. But for Jake Paul, who wants to be taken seriously, who wants to fight Canelo, this is not the way to do it. Are you chasing fame or excellence by going after the most famous man? This is a lose-lose situation for Jake Paul. He however considers that Jake Paul is a talented individual, and lastly doubles down on this being a really bad idea for Jake Paul. Henry Cejudo, a former UFC gold medalist and also a podcast mate to Usman Kamaru, appeared to be in favor of Jake Paul, quoting, "It takes two to tangle. It's a good payday for Mike. He'd probably end up making about $20 million. I don't like it, but Mike Tyson is disciplined. He's almost like us. He stopped smoking or doesn't smoke as much, and he starts eating clean. Runs every day at 5 AM in the morning. If anybody could defeat a 27-year-old, it's Mike Tyson. As you get older, your recovery time changes. Look at who Jake Paul has put under the belt. He has gone after Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz, and Woodley. Now he's going after Mike Tyson. Jake Paul isn't accustomed to someone with an insider fighting style." Points made from both parties seemed valid enough, and so did Sean Porter's opinion. Sean Porter, a well-known UFC fighter, objects the possibility of the fight, as in his own words,
I'm not excited, and that's why I don't think the fight happening.
Claimed that in Jake's latest fight, he didn't show in any way of a near possible fight. Instead, after defeating the rookie boxer, he directed that he expected more. In his own words, "You had no showing whatsoever that you had something exciting coming next. For someone whose life is built on getting people excited, you didn't give us no clue whatsoever that you'll be getting in the ring with Mike Tyson." Then to make an announcement 4 days later after the fight, that to me does not make any sense. "I'm not excited, and that's why I think the fight is not happening." He, however, brought Canelo up after the fight. Why the sudden shift in motive? He adds on that a fight with Mike Tyson doesn't push you forward to a world championship title. He finalizes by quoting, "Jake is gonna try to win rounds, not go back and forth and take chances. To me, that's corny. If you wanna be realistic about it, there's just too many miles on Mike before you even talk about his age. They probably make this a 10-round fight just to make Mike go through those rounds and things like that. I don't see this happening. If it happens and the fight doesn't end in 3 rounds, Mike loses." Paul George, a famous basketball player, says, "I don't care about the age gap. He's seriously fighting a boxer and not an MMA guy or a wrestler. It doesn't matter the height difference. Mike isn't scared to get hit. It's gonna make for good entertainment. You have to consider Jake Paul a serious boxer now. The last fight he had was too easy. It wasn't really that highly publicized though." He further questions Jake Paul's angle, whether he wants to be known as a serious boxer or not, adding on that if for sure he really cares about this Paul, he should learn that it's a build-up to get to the top. "I'm not saying he should fight the Ryan Garcias immediately, but he has to try fight at that caliber. He has to try entering that realm to be seen as a serious boxer. If he fights Canelo, I'd say he's an official boxer now." Gil's Arena appears super confident on Mike Tyson winning. "I understand we've been fighting Jake Paul. If you don't put stipulations in that match, it's over. Let's think about it. He's a professional fighter with probably the most power we've seen in boxing itself. Just an accidental left hook and you're done. You're not built for the type of hits coming towards you. If you even last, then we know it's scripted." In the field of content creators, Adinro showed his full support for Jake Paul, hoping that if most were given the chance, they would take it. Both parties are involved and willing to go through with the fight.